Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. I'm Paul with Stud Pack. For those of you who have been with us for a while, you may recognize this bathroom. It's one that we finished about 4 or 5 months ago. It still looks amazing. It still looks like it did the day we finished it. Remember though that this is not our current bathroom remodel. On that project, which we're about to finish, the glass doors arrived this week, the cabinet doors arrived, and the countertops arrived. Super excited for all that. Get the painting done and close the book on that project. So the reason we're hiding out in this bathroom today is we're about to start a huge kitchen remodel at this same house. We don't want to show it to you just yet. There are a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges we're going to have to overcome and deal with, and we're super excited to bring you along with us as we overcome those challenges and figure out a lot of the things we're going to have to do on this project. Before that dumpster arrives and before we break out the sledgehammers, there are 3 things that we like to do as a contractor to ensure a safe and successful remodel for us, and especially the homeowners. And these are really things that you should know at your house, even if you're not undergoing a construction project. So let's go outside and talk about step 1. First thing we want to know, how do I turn the water off to this house? On this building, it's right here at this valve. We know this is it because we've done the bathrooms before and we've turned the water off. And it's not enough to know where the valve is. You need to check it to make sure it's actually turning off the water. We've had these where the handle was broken. You had to get a pair of pliers on there. You don't want to have to learn that in an emergency. By an emergency, I mean you're inside with a reciprocating saw and you cut a line, or you drop something, you drop the counter and it shears off the angle stop, water spraying everywhere. You don't want to panic. You want to be able to go right to the valve and turn it off. If this valve wasn't here, say it was buried and we couldn't find it, we would go to the street and turn it off at the meter. At your house, if you don't know where the shutoff valve is, contact your local utility company and they'll be able to help you find out where that valve is. It's really important to know how to shut off the water at your house. So let's go to the next step and we'll show you that one. Alrighty guys, we know how to turn the water off. What's step 2? How do we turn off the gas? This house has natural gas supplied by the local utility companies, and this is the gas meter. Here's your shutoff for the gas. It's a 1/4 turn ball valve. Standard crescent wrench will work. We typically won't test that ahead of time. Usually these turn no problem. So funny story, I was at a project once and all these pipes were insulated and this was wrapped in insulation. The owners thought it was the water meter. So I had to tell them, no, natural gas doesn't freeze, you're fine, you can take all that off. So let's go show you step 3, the most important step of all. So the first time I visit a project, I always take a look at the electrical panel. This one's out in the storage room. And this is the main service for their house. I'm going to open it up and I'm just going to take a look. The first time I was here, I noticed 3 things right off the bat. The first one was I noticed an illegal generator hookup here. So what they have is a plug in this room. They'll plug their generator in and the generator will backfeed the panel illegally. And then they have instructions written here on how to isolate the panel from the incoming utilities. The danger is if you forget to turn this off and you have your generator running, it backfeeds the utilities and you can kill a lineman. So it's very important to have a proper interlock or transfer switch, and we're going to talk to the owner about that. The next thing I noticed was the damage to this panel right here. It looks like somebody had a screwdriver and they were trying to force fit something. And that's never good in an electrical panel. So these twins or these tandems are called QT breakers by ITE, this manufacturer. And on this panel, it'll tell you how many they allow in this panel, and it's right here. It says QT breakers may only be installed in positions 11 through 20. So that is right here at my thumbnail down, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 above that, exceeding the capacity of this panel. What is the capacity of the panel? So here's a tip. You see the catalog number right here, G2030. The 20, the first numbers, tells you there are 20 spaces in this panel. The 30 tells you there are 30 allowed circuit breakers in the panel. Now, we're at 31 here, just over the limit. 2 of those are this backfeeding breaker for the generator. So you could technically say there are only 29 breakers in this panel, but this is not safe, it's not legal. We're going to talk to the electrician and the owners about it, and we're going to get this thing fixed up. So now that we've done our examination of the panel and we've labeled it, let's show you step number 3 in this process. We are fortunate enough to have the original drawings for this house, and we've already identified this half of the house because we've already remodeled that half. So now, Jordan, why don't we do this half of the house?
Sounds good.
What I've also done on this graph paper, I've made a drawing of these breakers as they exist. I don't want to use this as my labeling area because it's been written on for 40 years and these lines are too small anyway. So over here, I have all the breakers drawn in Sharpie. So these are my double pole breakers with the handlebar. I've got the amp rating written on every breaker. And then out to the side, I have plenty of room to write in pencil what every breaker does. So we're ready to start tracing these circuits. There's two of us, so we're just going to be on the phone. I'm going to use this ground fault tester with the lights to just show me when power is off at a receptacle. I also have this circuit siren from circuitsiren.com. It's got a buzzer in it. If you're working alone and you can hear the buzzer from the panel, that works. You know when the circuit's off because the buzzer's off. I've plugged in a shop vac before and listened for when the vacuum goes off. You can also buy a circuit locator. You plug a device into the receptacle. It puts a tone on the circuit. You go to the panel with a wand and you locate the circuit. We'll put links below for all those tools. And if you have tips and tricks on how you locate a circuit, be sure to let us know in the comments below. What do you say, Jordan? You ready to start locating circuits?
I'm ready.
All right. Why don't you go to the panel and be the breaker guy, and I'll go inside with the legend we made, and I'll start writing down what each breaker is turning on and off.
You want to be the legend guy? The legend?
I'll be the legend.
All right, I'll be the breaker.
All right.
All right, let's go.
All right. All right, Jordan, let's try to figure out this microwave.
All right, let's do it.
Why don't you turn off 8A for me?
All right.
Nope, that's not it. Try 8B.
Okay.
Nope, try 10A.
Got it.
Perfect. That's it.
Woo!
Turn that back on and let me write that down here.
All right.
All right, let's get this oven and this cooktop figured out.
Let's do it.
I'm just going to turn on this fan. There we go. And open this door so I can see the light. All right, bud, turn off 2 and 4 for me. Let's see which one goes off.
All right.
Perfect. That's the cooktop.
Sweet.
I'm going to write that down. Now turn off 5 and 7 and let's see if that's the oven.
All right.
Awesome. All right, turn those back on and come on inside.
All right, see you in there.
I'm going to write that down. So now that we have the major appliances figured out, let's start on these receptacles in the kitchen. I'm just going to use my circuit tester, plug it in. Jordan's going to be at the panel, and we're going to figure this one out. Okay, bud, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's try 16A.
All right, it's off.
That's not it. 16B. Perfect. All right, turn that one back on.
That also turned the storage light off out here.
Oh, the storage light is on the kitchen appliance circuit. That's nice. All right, we'll fix that later.
All right, cool.
All right, let's do this other side here. This one should be a separate circuit. Turn off 16B again just to make sure. Yeah, this one's still on, so let's try 8B.
Okay. It's off.
That's not it. How about 8A? No. Try 6A. That's it. That's the one. All right, good job. Come on inside, bud.
All right, see you in there.
All right. All right, so that is it. We identified every circuit in the house. Use a light, use a vacuum cleaner, whatever you can to figure out when that circuit is off at the circuit breaker. We also found that circuit 17A was the modem. So we are going to put a piece of red tape over that circuit breaker while we're working as a visual for us not to turn that off because she works at home. So now we can start demolition and know that we're covered, whether it's an electrical issue or a water issue or a gas issue. So if you like the video, be sure to smash that like button for us, leave us a comment, ask a question, and subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate that, and we will see you on the next one.